do what he wanted to do, which was win a state title, and he did accomplish that in the 4x2 and qualified us in the 4x1, and then couldn't unfortunately finish that. So super proud of him and all his hard work. Birch, just another worker, does whatever we need him to do, whether it's a 1, 2, 4. Even got an 8 out of him at some point over his career somehow, but just battled through, again, some injuries and things along the way. Nobody's 100%, but you just make do with what you got. Go ahead.
Let's go back to yesterday. Eggers takes third in the long jump event. What do you think that says about him and his efforts, given that he was injured a majority of the way?
Yeah, no, he's a battler too. And going into prelims, he was sitting first, so he kind of came out and put a lot of pressure on other people to go out and perform and jump well. In that second flight that was going to have to go in and perform, and he did everything we asked him to and more. And he's kind of probably the unsung hero of this meet, stepping into the 4x1, securing our state championship there in that event. That was our first. So most people always said, if you take Aiden out of the relay, what are you going to place? And we still thought first, because we knew we had fast guys all throughout the track, and Eggs definitely factored into that.
How excited are you to be taking a third place trophy back to Harlan?
Oh, super pumped. We haven't had a team trophy here since 2003 when we won it all. So, they're hard to get. They don't just give them away. So, you gotta, come down here and perform well in a lot of things. So it wasn't just a one-trick pony by any stretch. It was a total team effort, from the long jump to the 4x2 to the sprint med, to the open 1, open 2, and everything that we qualified. We needed to produce in. And I think short of one event we did, so it's earned, and the kids deserve it.
Your thoughts on the 4x100 and the 4x200 with all these kids taking first, and the combination of kids that you decided to run?
Oh, they're fast but coachable. We had to obviously change some steps when Aiden went down, but there's no resolve. The goals didn't change, the attitudes didn't change. It was. But it's a lot of what we've done all year. It's been a mixed match of guys all year in relays for us. So to an extent, it wasn't anything too unfamiliar. It just was on obviously a little bigger stage. But Birch, Eggs, Sears, Hall, Newhart, obviously all being a state champion, that's a heck of an accomplishment for all of them. And obviously some have multiple and some just have one. But again, they don't give state championships away. You got to go out and run, and we ran fast and earned them.
100-meter dash, Will wins it, and the 200-meter. What are your thoughts on how he performed in both those races, and Cade Sears, even though he didn't win?
Yeah, a huge part and why we have the trophy is 1 Will, but then 1A and 1B Cade. We needed a double point in both of those, and fairly high. Obviously, we wanted to win it with Will, and Cade had a legit shot at winning them too. Cade's been right with Will, depending on the day, all year, but today Will was just on another level. This is his best he's looked all year. His final track meet, you go out with 4 golds, meet record, multiple school records. That's a heck of a kind of a farewell. So, but Cade was instrumental with us all year too with our relays. Most teams don't have the luxury of stacking their relays with Cade and Will at the end, and we have that luxury, and it definitely paid dividends for us here today.
As long as you've been coaching track and field, what about this group separates them from other groups you've coached in the past?
They're definitely the fastest. But yeah, just their willingness to do whatever for the team. Nobody's checking egos. Nobody's crying to be the anchor or saying, why is he running this? They all understand it's for the betterment of the team. We're going to put the best 4 out there that give us the best chance to give us the most points, and they're just unselfishness and willing to rally behind each other, whoever the 4 is that go out there. I don't know if that would happen on a lot of teams. So that's probably the part that I'm most proud of. Yes, the times are obviously fantastic. They can run splits with any. I'd put these guys up against anybody at any time, but it's just their willingness to be team first guys that I think sets them apart and is a real reason why we have this trophy here.
I know I've asked you about them before, but if you could talk about the 3 seniors once again, Aiden, Will, and Jacob. I know you coached them for 3 years, given that their freshman season got cut short due to COVID. So what can you just say about them as people, your relationship with them, and just their efforts in track and field and other sports that you've seen them play?
Yeah, they're just all around 3 solid kids. I would love to have each one of them to be my son. Grow up to be like that. They're great guys. They go out, they work hard, they do what they're supposed to. They get good grades. They try their hardest. They're coachable. They just do what they're asked. So they'll grow up and kind of go off on their ventures of wherever they're going. I imagine Will's going to have a few more phone calls for track here. That preferred walk-ons might not be walk-ons anymore. So if he chooses to do that, or if he goes to, just to go to school, be school. And but no, they're all three stellar human beings, and